So I've gotten quite a few more books since I originally set these up, and I need a little more space, so I'm gonna do some cleaning because I need to dust and vacuum and things like that. So I'm gonna do some cleaning and some reorganization of some of my shelves. So if you can see, like down here, I just have some old Kickstarter and broken binding boxes that I can tear down and get rid of. I do like the boxes. I was kind of keeping them just in case, but let's go ahead and move on and just get rid of them. So I will be able to open up this shelf for books and other things like that, especially since I have a lot of this kind of stuff going on and I need to fix that. I also need to clean up my TBR cart because, yeah, this shelf, everything's just fallen over, and it's just, I have a lot of wasted space on here as well. So maybe I can move some of my CDs over here or push some of the books back and put the CDs in front until I finish listening to them, because these are the ones I try and go through all of my CDs every couple of years and get rid of ones I don't want anymore. And so these are the ones I still have to listen to. So once I finish listening to them, they can then go in their home, which is over on that side of the room. So I can put some of those in front and then pull the books back forward. I don't know, something like that. That's kind of my plan. Yeah, we'll see how much more space I get. Also, I have a bunch of series at the top shelf, and I have them going stacked vertically instead of going this way. And it's very heavy for the top shelf, so I was thinking of maybe moving some of those down here maybe. We'll see. There's not a whole lot of space here for some of them, but I'm going to give that a try because I've already read all of those series, so I might as well move them to the more harder to reach shelves. So that's kind of my plan. And then I have some other cookbooks and things like that here, which I can maybe try and find another home for. I also have a little bit of a gap between the wall bed and the bookcase, so I might be able to put a couple of those kind of things over there. I also have a photo album on here, which can go with the rest of our photos, does not need to be on here. So yeah, better use of space. So let's get started. Okay, for my bottom shelf here, I have all of my previous journals and devotionals and things like that there. And then I moved my Harry Potter and Chronicles of Narnia series here to this shelf. And our Daxie girl, that is a dog we had in the early 2000s. She was amazing. And then over here, I still have my cookbooks, kind of rearranged a little bit, but not a whole lot. And then above that, I did change out a couple of books. So this one here only fits there. Well, it could fit on one of those too, but it's just a really tall one. So we're going to keep it there for now. And then I have nonfiction books I haven't read yet up to here. And then from here over, I've read all of those. This one, I haven't read all of those books yet, but it's their abridged versions, and I'm not super excited about that. I didn't realize that when I got it. But yeah, I did get everything there. I did put my photo album just there for now. As I need more space, I may move that with my other photo albums and then put something else there. Let's see, on this side. Oh, so this one here. Let's go in order. I moved my Wheel of Time books. I am still missing 3. I have books 1, 2, and 3. I'm missing 4. I have 5. I'm missing 6. 4, 6, and 8, I think, are the books that I'm missing. So, yay. But this is the one I thought I would never find. And that's the set of short stories, kind of the prequel, kind of whatever that one was. Yeah, I did actually find that, which was really cool. And then over here, I have cookbooks as well as like gardening books and essential oils and herbal stuff and a couple of devotionals. So that's kind of what this shelf is here. So you can see it without my arm sticking in the way. Sorry about that. And then up here, eventually these 2 shelves and then the 2 on the other side as well will be all special edition books. But for now, I'm going to leave these like it is. Now I have some classics, I have some Kickstarters. This one, the Greenbone Saga, is from the Broken Binding. I have the Priory of the Orange Tree series. Was it Roots of Chaos, I think? And then one random one I have not read yet, but it looked really cool. It's called The Quest by Wilbur Smith. It takes place in Egypt, so it looked interesting. And then I have the Atlas series. So I did finally get the 3rd book, and I got it on sale for the hardback for $6. So that was amazing. And I did use a gift card for that, and that was last year. But yeah, so I do have that. I need to rework my fairy lights though, because they're a little haphazard and crazy. I think I figured out how I want to change them, but I will do that a different day. I have my Blood and Fire books, and I realized this first book is upside down. I should probably fix that. Oh, please. Not sure exactly how that happened, but there we go. There we are. And then the coasters that come with them. And then the Broken Binding has been doing a new thing. And with their series, they are doing little playing card type things. So this one is for the band, and then this one is for the Drowning Empire. So those are going to be a lot of fun when I start collecting all of those. And then just a couple of little decorations of my dice roller, which it does not work well for dice, but it is really cute and I like it. So I have that. And then my little stone there, crystal. And then we have, let's see, I got to move you back a little bit so you could see the whole shelf. Okay, special editions and Broken Binding. So I've got my Emma Wong section over here. Pages and Wick, I only had 2 books from that, I think. No, 3 books before I canceled it. And then Mother of Learning was a Kickstarter. And then the Rift War by Rift War Saga, is that what it is? By Raymond E. Feist. And the Gentleman Bastards are from the Broken Binding. Then we move up to more. These are all Broken Binding books here, except for the first 2, which is the Six of Crows duology, and then the next 3 are the Emaneska series, which was a Kickstarter. And then over here we have Kickstarter and Fairy Loot books. So I have Fate Marked in the back by David Estes and Dragon Mage, which is amazing. And then I have Red Rising by Pierce Brown. Just the first 3. I do want to get the rest of those books because they are so good. And I love that they do have Pluto on here still as a planet. And then this side is kind of a hodgepodge still. I should probably maybe combine these 2. So I have hodgepodge on one and all special editions on the other, but again, maybe a different day. I have some classics, and then did find The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss. And then I have The Band and Between Earth and Sky series. This one I have read. Oh, this is The Drowning Empire, the first 2 books. And then I found at the library for only $1. It was amazing. I found The Shadow Throne by Django Wexler and The Pirate Latitudes by Michael Crichton. I've been wanting to read those, but they were still like $2 something, and I wasn't quite ready to pay that much yet. And then they ended up having a red dot sale where all the books with the red dot were 25 cents. So that was amazing. I have read this one. I have read the rest of these. So I think these ones I've read, the rest I have not. I didn't change anything on the shelf. These are all pretty much ones I need to read for the most part. So I have read the Rick Riordan books I have over here, kind of the Percy Jackson ones. And then I have quite a few books that I have not read. I did find another Django Wexler book at the library, and I got that one. And then let's see, I got that one for Christmas. And then when we get to here, I have read all of these ones. All my Frank Peretti books, I've read all of those. And then my stereo. And then over here are my unread books. And I'm pretty sure I got it, so none of those I have read. And those are all pretty much books I've gotten from the library, except for 4 of them. I think 4 of them were gifts, so that's good. And then I had this big hole right here. Yay. And I just stuck my CDs there for now. As more of my other subscription box books comes in, then I will move these books here up to this hole here. And then I will put my special edition books all together over here. So that's going to be fun. And then this shelf are all books that I have read already. And then trophies and such, awards. And then I have not read, pretty much have only read a couple of these. Let's see. I've read these 3 here. And then I've read 1 on the end. 1 or 2 over here on the end. The rest are unread. And then I have up here at the top, which is where I had my Harry Potter books, I moved a whole bunch of other ones. So all the ones that were on the bottom shelves, the little skinny shelves. So Lonesome Dove I have read, and I did find Comanche Moon as well, which is great. I found an R.A. Salvatore book that I feel like I've been hearing about quite a bit, and a Naomi Novik backlist. I did find the first book in the Hyperion series, which is going to be fun. The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Night, which almost fell on my head. Luckily, it's a small book. I had read The Last of the Mohicans and A Christmas Carol, so I moved those to the shelf of read books, and so there's a little bit of extra space in there. And then I have The Land of Stories and my Lord of the Rings series, and then A Guide to Middle-earth, which I do still need to read. So my shelf ratios are definitely off now. Because before, that top shelf was only 1 unread. Now it's a whole lot more than that. Okay, and then this top shelf, I have actually read everything on that shelf. So that's good. And then I have my little Smurfs up there. I used to have a huge collection, and I ended up selling most of them, but I did keep a few. Then for my TBR cart, the top is for all the books I'm currently reading and journal things that I'm working on. Kind of go here. And then the second one was kind of a useless catch-all. I didn't really have much in there. And now, well, let's go to the bottom shelf first. That has all of my calligraphy inks and fountain pen inks and things like that there, and supplies for that. And then here I have all of my Archer and Olive little notepads. That's pretty much what these are. This section. This is some more washi tapes. This is a book I actually have 2 copies of, so I'm going to take this to a free little library. And then these ones right now are just the empty boxes for some of my bullet journals and stuff that I'm currently using. And that's pretty much it for the TBR cart, but that did free up a lot of space for me. Kind of redoing that shelf, which is nice. I do still have 1 box that I want to keep, and this is the Halloween box. I just think it's stunning, and I can definitely add some good things in there. I may actually take my fountain pen inks out of this box and put them in that one. I might do that and then just have it on and then just put it on this shelf. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Let's do that one next. Well, apparently this piece was just a little bit too wide for the inside of the top. So I had to take that back out. But otherwise, I think it still looks a little better down there. It's not quite so open and messy. Okay, so overall, I think I got everything fitting a little better. It looks a little cleaner and a little more put together. Eventually, I will probably do alphabetical kind of thing, but right now, it's more just this shelf is red, this shelf isn't, and that kind of thing. So I do somewhat have my classics together and all the special editions together, which are pretty much all fantasy. So that kind of works too. And I got my TBR updated, so it definitely looks a lot better and it's a lot more functional as well. I have a pile of trash over there. Not too bad, but stuff I need to take out. And yeah, all that's left is to move my chair back in here and then start enjoying. So thank you so much for joining me as I cleaned and reorganized my bookshelves and my TBR cart, and I will see you in some future videos. So until next time, keep reading. Bye!